Welcome back. We are here for Hissing Darkness, Whispers in Exile, episode 5. So, when last we left off, excuse me, I believe we had lost a character. But I'm happy to indulge anybody that wants to say uh, very quickly what they remember from last time, um, as early as that was, and then we will introduce Jonn's new character who will be a survivor coming out of the darkness and coming upon the group as they enter into the new area. Okay, so anybody want to get started?
I had welched on a promise I made to the darkness, taunting it out into physical form, at which point we fought it. And that was fine. That worked great.
I have made some threats against certain lives. If people start to be untrustworthy, I'm going to shoot them. Uh, we also had a big fight, and we lost Jaxu.
Very tragic. Very tragic. And I definitely was not threatened for really good reasons at all. We're all getting along so good. And it definitely didn't cause the death of the nicest person here at all.
No, not at all. So, as stated, we did lose Jaxu, but whom did we gain in the process? Jonn, can you introduce your new character?
Yes. The new character is Jada, Jaxu's sister, who he has been desperately trying to find. How she got here, don't know. She's here now. She is a engineer, station architect, and her drive is to fix the ship's engine before it and its inhabitants are lost to the void of space.
Do you want to mention your rituals?
Oh, okay. Oh, also I should mention Jada, she, her. I forgot. Sorry.
Okay.
Um, and her rituals are repair and fabricate.
Okay. Great. Because I'm gonna think that as this battle happened in the vastness, I think it did cause a stirring amongst other things that were here, and I believe that Jada, last we saw her, was navigating her way through the vents, and I think, watching from the vents, she managed to see this, and whatever Jaxu believed he saw in memory, I think a part of that was actually real, and he did see his sister and was trying to chase after her. And then finally she was close to coming upon you all and then trying to get to Jaxu, but she saw she saw the fight. She saw the combat. And I think as you three make your way to the entrance into the dark void, I think Jada drops out of the vent and will also follow after seeing her brother's body.
Well, it isn't her brother's body. It's
Well, you know what I
Oh
mean.
yeah, yeah.
You do recognize you Jada recognize the form that Jaxu was um
Or
embodied.
do you?
or does she?
I don't know. I mean, like we can retcon that. I mean, I'd like to give a whole explanation for like why the hell you're following these people, but I mean, whatever you
I mean,
think.
I think the reason to follow these people is because they're drawing all of the dangerous stuff.
Oh, just as good as a reason as any. Awesome. All right.
And therefore they're not coming after her. They're after them. So it was partly a safety thing.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Far be it from me to figure out the motivations, but that's fine.
I,
But
I I just like the idea that she does not know that this was her brother.
Hmm.
she does or she didn't.
She does not.
Oh, okay.
And that I mean, she probably recognized other people who are supposed to be here, like the
Mhm.
good doctor, but
Mm.
probably does not know who this. I think probably even recognizes the android body. It just does not know that her brother was in it.
Oh, so
Oh.
it's even more sad because the Jaxu like had all of that in his head.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Oh, that sucks.
Yes,
Oh, that really sucks. Oh
it
Tragic.
does
man.
suck, and therefore, but it also gives things to come up later.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll have to see. So, all right. I did everything else, but then I forgot to do this. All right, great. Index 5. Okay. So, still, what does happen is that the three of you head into the dark void entrance, and then Jada, you follow soon after. Okay.
Hmm.
And I'm gonna say that going through the dark void entrance, it gives you a sense of vertigo, like as if you have just done like, the camera will treat it like a big dolly zoom for each of you as you're going through this space and entering into the next set, essentially. There are phantom stars that swim in your vision. It is your brain's attempt to try and reject the absolute darkness that threatens to consume you at this point. You feel yourself moving through this space. It is almost like liquid is sloshing up against you, but it is the dark. It is the dark. It is thick. It is viscous. The only thing keeping you going is your envirosuits, specially modified to withstand these conditions. Jada, perhaps you have found such tech or scavenged it off of other survivors who have had access to this tech. But anyway, you go through this, you four will find yourselves in the dark void. This is a strange place. This is a cold, ragged, cratery surface, and it seems to be on the hull. You are on the hull. Above the impossible and perfect darkness of the void. You are able to survive here because of your equipment, and maybe even your rituals. The void of space has always been unforgiving, but here, this absolute perfect blackness, the void has evolved. The darkness seeks you out and changes you. Tendrils and fingers touch and stroke around you. This surface of this ship is now a cratered and jagged landscape. The absence of all light tricks your eyes into creating a stark, monochromatic landscape. Something, anything other than absolute darkness. There are things that are sticking out and jutting out of the hull. Jagged spears of metal. A part of what looks like a satellite, twisted and buried into the hull. There are obelisks of metal and what look like bone. And there's also seemingly entryways here. Again, looking like jagged, cratery holes into the ship, but they seem to lead elsewhere. With all of this, what do you want to do as you find yourselves here in the dark void?
Do we notice this new person? How
Uh,
close are you, Jada?
yeah.
at the point where it come out in the hole? Because I imagine that she had been trailing you, and when she came upon your groups and seeing this android dead, she promptly looted it and put the armor on. Amazingly enough, perfect fit. Odd that way. Uh, Cat, what was ever left out, and when he came out into the hole, it was like left in a position where there's no place to hide out in the hole. So she intended to trail after you, but then there was just like there was no real place to hide. So it seemed like this might be an appropriate time to introduce herself.
Did we get a set goal for this?
Not yet. I wanted to see if,
Okay,
Jada had, made herself known to you three.
So I imagine if she probably is aware of who Dr. Mullen is. I'm not sure about anyone else in the group, and so using this relationship, she probably does not. They probably have a not like amicable relationship, but she probably co-worker,
Ooh, oh, spicy. Okay.
And so it's like Dr. Mullen are you found some people to group up with.
Jada?
Yeah.
Huh.
I assume you're also here trying to get the ship repaired?
I think Cecile and Dr. Mullen make the same face, I think. I'm like, I don't know. And I look to
Sure. Yeah.
where did you come from? We have not seen you.
Yeah. I was following your group for a while. I wasn't sure if there's been people here, and they've been acting strangely.
Wait, what people?
You seem back. He points back where he came. It's like there's been things you haven't seen.
The dark things.
Yeah.
Oh, those are not people.
Not anymore, if they ever were.
And you're a passenger on the ship?
Yeah.
What cryo chamber were you in?
What cryo chamber 35? I'm one of the architects. So the engineering section?
That checks out. That is the correct cryo chamber for engineering. Just wanted to make sure that you're who you say you are. Who are you?
Jada. You can call me Jada.
Because that's your name, or
Because that's my name, yeah.
okay. Just checking.
Please excuse Hart. She's very suspicious of people. This is how she is.
I can understand why you would be cautious of the people you're meeting. All things considered, some people are a little eccentric.
I don't think I've released my hold on my gun.
She's very specifically keeping her hands away from her. Or like she's not like a military person, but she knows enough that she's not trying. Look, I just wonder, like you all seem to be working together. I was kind of concerned when I caught up with you because a group of people you could have easily just, there's not a lot of accessible supplies. I didn't know what would happen when I met you, so I followed you for a while. I saw what happened to your friend.
You saw what happened to Jaxu?
Jaxu. That was the android. Dr. Mullen's android's not Jaxu. Jaxu's my brother. Is that what
Oh,
he's telling you?
Wait, you're
Um,
Jaxu's sister?
Hmm.
I thought he was just being crazy.
that's unfortunate.
What are you talking about?
I thought you knew.
No, what?
Wait, haven't you been following us and tormenting Jaxu?
We weren't sure that you were real.
He kept saying he saw his sister, he saw his sister, he saw his sister.
I haven't seen Jaxu. I have been seeing things, but not my brother.
Oh, Jada, you have seen Jaxu. I assure you, you have.
Wait,
What?
You're wearing his suit.
No, that android with the mutations. That's not Jaxu. Jaxu's not here.
Not anymore.
No, he's back home. He was his pride kept him from being on this mission.
Jada, I'm sorry to have to tell you, but your brother stowed away on this ship somehow as an android, and I give a glare over at Dr. Mullen. And
Yes.
unfortunately, we lost him. I am truly sorry.
Mm, no, no. I think that maybe this ship's playing tricks on us, but no, it couldn't have been him. How would he be? Why would he be an android?
He asked me to. He wanted to be here. Something about not being able to get on the ship like someone else. I don't know. I do this all the time, but a simple transfer,
That's
and he got on.
deeply illegal and immoral.
Immoral. I help people. I helped Jaxu. I did what he asked. I don't see how that's immoral. And legalities are.
Yeah, because security. If you just randomly let people onto the ship, you have security issues. You know, the kind that has you end up stopped in the middle of nowhere instead of at our destination.
Which is the actual problem we're facing right now.
Yes, and I do not believe it was Jaxu's fault that so this happened. If so, he was much more powerful than I thought, but I don't think that was me or him. I assure you, things would be going much better if it was my fault.
Jada, you say you're an engineer. Yes, you're an architect.
Yes.
I'm going to point to one of the you mentioned that Mads, you mentioned that there was like a satellite embedded into the ship hull with a bunch of weird stuff. I'm going to point to that. What do you make of this? Did we crash into something? I'm basically
Yeah,
trying
we're
to
gonna
trigger a hunt roll for Jada.
It's just like we're gonna come back to the Jaxu thing. I don't believe you.
Believe whatever
You
you
don't
want
have
to
to.
believe.
Fine. And I'll look to see if I can figure out what actually happened.
As you turn to the parasitic satellite, a shadow passes in the distance. Something darker than the cold void is all around you all. When you turn to look at this satellite, it is essentially buried into the hull of the ship like a barnacle. It's been warped beyond its original purpose. The tech has been mangled in the crash landing, if you're going to call it that. But you can see some of the plating come away from the parts of the satellite, and you can see a bit of a glow from within, a different colored type of darkness, and it beats, it throbs. There's something organic here. It seems to feed. If you would like to activate a hunt roll, I would want to know what specific or skill or piece of equipment that you're using to help you with this, and what the specific question you have.
I don't know if I have. I just rolled equipment randomly. I need to look at what it actually is.
I mean, again, it could be a skill, it could be a piece
Yeah.
of equipment.
Oh,
Either
I feel
or.
like your tech or your excuse me, I feel like your tech or your design skills would definitely be
Yeah.
applicable here.
Okay.
Yeah, I think tech would make sense.
Okay. And then what is the specific thing you want to ask about it?
Like, I guess, I mean, asking how it got there might be a little bit like how much damage, how much of these Hardy's problems are linked to this thing? Like, is this the source of the problem, the ship's problems? I don't know.
Okay.
I don't have a good question.
No, that's a good question.
That's a good question. Okay, so roll 2 on the hunt roll, please.
Okay. Or
Okay.
get a token, but encounter something horrible.
Okay.
At least I got a
Fabulous.
token. Yay!
Yes.
Honestly, it's kind of like the best result.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So you know this is not the source of the problem, but this could be one of the problems affecting the ship. But as you are looking at it, you, in your knowledge of design and schematics, you can tell that something in this satellite is changed, breaking through, and is feeding off of the energy that's radiating from the ship. Conceivably, even the biomechanical innards right now could be powerful components for rituals or the fabricator forges. But I will say that as you're approaching and tinkering and then poking and prodding at it like an engineer would, I think that you start to see some of the biomechanical material inside the satellite start to poke through. Like think of like blobs like what are in lava lamps, but this is made of complete darkness. And they start to bloop, bloop, bloop outside of the satellite, and they ooze and they float. They're solid, but they're amoeba-like. And they hover in front of you, Jada. And they advance.
Do they seem like they're trying to collide with me?
Yes, they are going to. They're floating, they're hovering, but
Okay.
it's very purposeful in what they're doing.
Okay. So I will step back into the side and see if they change whatever course they're on.
Oh no, they're following you now.
Oh, okay. Oh, I don't like this.
Oh, you have
Yeah.
little friends now.
There's
Mm,
about 3 of them floating and then like kind of getting a bead on you.
I'm not sure if my weapons would work in space. I assume they do, but I guess I'm gonna find out. This is a question I could ask someone who knows better, but instead,
So are you involved? Are you going into combats?
I'm gonna retreat. If they seem like they're getting closer, I think I am going to fire upon them with.
Okay.
Yeah, if you were going to, I was going to. So
Okay.
I was also
So-
going to. It was going to
All
happen
right,
no matter
great.
what.
Lovely, lovely.
Oh my god, so good.
I think as you, all right, hold on. Let me pull up the happy rules here because God knows it's like if people are using ranged weapons, it's like that's very specific to this.
Oh, I'm going to use my knife.
Oh, okay.
That's how you
So
pop
who's
a
using-
balloon.
Who's using a who's using a gun? Let me
I'm
ask you
using my
that.
smart cannon.
Okay. All right, so hold on. So we have Jada in the initiating combat. We have Cecile with a gun. Hart is using a knife. And I'm assuming Dr. Mullen is just kind of like watching to see what happens.
Oh yes, I'm watching to see what happens. I'm not fucking fighting these. It's
Yeah.
y'all's problem.
Yep. I think, hold on. Okay. So I'm gonna say by now there's probably 4 of them hovering and then like getting a bead on Jada. Bloody hell, where's that rule? Nope, that's not the one I wanted. I apologize. I'm trying to get to the rule set, and for some reason the book had disappeared off of my tabs. But anyway, as we're getting set up for the ranged part of this notion, I think you can lower the endurance of this thing to start with using the ranged weapons. And to do that, you would pick how many of those how many of your slots for your weapon that you want to use towards this.
And then do a risk roll.
And it is a risk roll, I believe. Hold on. I think it's like, what was it? Page 17, I think.
Yeah.
Let me see. Let me just get to that page. I just want to make sure that I'm
Yeah.
following
I'll
this
risk
right.
two of them, 2 slots for 2 dice.
Okay.
I think I'm just gonna do the one.
Okay. All right. So hold on. Ranged. Bloody hell. Here we go. Okay. Okay. Risk roll to reduce endurance is normal, but add a light die for each unmarked slot of ammunition you're willing to risk. Okay. And then for each light die that comes up a 1, 2, or 3, mark a slot of ammunition. Okay. So you don't have to mark it just yet, but I mean, like, obviously you're just keeping it down for how many you're willing to risk. So Jada, you're willing to risk 2 slots. Cecile, 1 slot. Excuse me.
Cecile's all casual about it.
Yeah. Oh, sure. No. I mean, like, it's all
Just little
fine.
blobby boys.
Yeah, like they're coming straight at me. I just
Well, I mean,
firing.
like, if you can reduce the endurance,
Right.
it'll help for sure. Okay, so risk roll. All right. So again, for you, Jada, you're going to build this. We know it can go wrong. They're going to do something to you once they attach themselves.
Mhm.
Brain. Light die
What the
for skills
Mhm.
or well, you're using the gun, so
Mhm.
like we'll totally add that to your risk roll for the first light die. Risk to body for the dark die, and then anybody want to offer devil's bargain?
wait, for the guns, the slots are what the risks are, right? It's the actual combat where you have to risk body or mind. I thought, or am I mistaken?
You still would do a risk roll, I would imagine.
Right, but I think the risk is the ammunition for the reduction.
Okay. Well, I mean, like,
Or at least that's how it got explained in the recording for the other people, the earlier morning session.
Okay.
Look at you,
Yeah.
Jonn, doing your research.
Ooh. Look at you. What are you watching? Woo! Okay. Awesome. So anyway, but I mean, like, it's still going to be like like a risk anyway
Mhm.
to you for sure. Okay.
Okay.
And so you're going to roll. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's 5 light die because of the 2 that you're using because of the equipment. Well, no devil's bargain. So that's 4. Sorry. So
Okay.
your light die, hold on, your light die,
Okay.
you're risking 2 slots of ammunition and Cecile is risking 1. So that's 4 light die plus a dark die. 4 light, 1 dark. I know, I love math too. Go for it.
Should I roll mine separate for the ammo?
Oh, okay, so then
Yeah.
never mind. It would be Jada 3 and Cecile 2 light die, and then 1 dark die each.
Okay.
Okay. So oh wait.
Wait, we need to roll the ammunition first so we know which ones.
Yeah, so I was calling out like the number of light and dark that you're supposed to roll. So I mean, I'm assuming that risk roll would still be the same way.
Mhm.
So it would be 1 dark die, and then for Jada 3 light. For Cecile, it would be 2 light. Okay, so 2 light, 1 dark for Cecile, 3 light, 1 dark for Jada.
Okay. How do I distinguish the 2 ammunition dice from the just 1 light die for?
You don't. I mean, like
Okay.
basically it's like any light die that comes up a 1, a 2, or a 3. That's when you mark the slot of ammunition as used.
Okay.
Okay. So
Same roll with the dark.
okay. So no. Okay. So you
I
Mark
lost an
your
ammunition.
you lost an ammunition. Yep.
Yep.
And then
Okay.
Jada.
Yeah, given that, I'm only going to use 1 since that's different than what I thought it was. I'm going to just use the 1 for the 1 extra light then to
Okay.
make
So
it easier.
2 light, 1 dark.
Yep. And I get a run.
Woo! Right off the bat.
That's what happens
Okay.
when you hang out with us.
And you mark off the 1 slot of ammunition.
Hmm.
Okay. Alrighty. So your rune
To be
goes up.
fair, you just found out that your brother was an android and is also dead,
Yeah.
so I feel like
Yeah.
that kind of makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah,
He
I
was
feel
in
like in
denial.
denial a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
not
For
as
sure.
much. That denial only lasts for so long.
Okay. So let's see. Okay. So for reducing the endurance, it's like definitely 1 succeeded. I forget. Do we count 4s as succeeding too? It's just with the complication. Is that how?
Right? Don't quote me.
Yeah, that I think
I
everything
think each
that
of
doesn't.
us
Yeah.
marks 1 down. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. All right. So that brings it down to okay.
Yeah.
5. Okay, great. Okay. So now that we've reduced endurance, yay, you've taken pot shots at it. They look even more pissed, even as amoebas. So now you've got 4 amoeba coming after you. So in combat, let's follow the reference sheet. Combat roll. So I'm assuming it is Jada, Cecile, and Hart that are doing this. Okay.
Hmm.
So that's 3. How do each of you expose yourself to injury or attack?
I think by concentrating on the ones that are attacking Jada, leaving myself open to any other ones that might be around
True.
or any other thing.
Yeah,
Right.
I think Jada is having to. They're not used to firing a weapon, so they have to like get into a good shooting stance and to aim, and
Ah,
therefore
oops.
it takes them longer than someone who's probably had more experience to actually line up their shot. And so
Okay.
I risk them getting too close before I fire. Be able to.
And then Hart, you're using a knife.
I'm using a knife, and I think that I am acting more out of instinct and panic than I am out of, a sense of or a place of calm.
Okay.
So it's more just reaction rather than an actual offense.
Okay. So Now that we've established, like, how you're exposing yourself, each of you roll a weak point.
6.
Or
All right. 4, 6, and
I
4.
also got 4.
Yep. Okay, so take a dark die for each character involved in the attack who have a weapon they can use in combat. So all 3. So Jada, please roll 3 dark die under combat.
all right. Here we go. Oh my!
Damn!
Holy shit!
Wow!
Wait a minute. Whoa.
Wow!
Wait
So
a minute.
that's 3 4s.
Wow, that's
So-
ruin for each of you, unless you do armor.
I mark a point of armor.
Mark and armor, yeah.
Mark and armor
Wow.
to
Wow.
completely
Fuck.
like negate that.
Yeah, luckily when you mark
My-
armor, it negates the entire hit from
Yeah.
the
Right.
entire set.
Yeah.
Mhm, yes.
My God.
But this is my last piece of armor.
Oh shit.
I have an extra
Oh.
med kit. Don't worry. Let's
Okay.
toss it at you.
Okay, but I will say you have
Oh,
defeated these amoebas in your own ways. Oh my gosh. But I mean, like, with the 4, I'm gonna say it's like, you get a little hurt, especially because of the ruin. Maybe not Cecile, because her weak point wasn't hit, but for
Yeah, I'm
Jada and
chilling long range.
Hart. Jada and
Yeah,
Hart.
I think what happened with me is that I dove in with my survival knife, and I just sort of stabbed into one of them,
Mhm.
not really thinking about what happens when you pop a balloon. The air explodes out of it, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So popping one of these bubbles of darkness, I don't know what it is, I don't know what it's made of, I don't even know if my knife can go through it, or even if it is anything that, if it's just a bubble of nothingness, then can a knife even go into that? I don't know. I'm just stabbing. And I think what happens is it perforates whatever this thing is, this amoeba, and it explodes out
Mhm.
all over me.
Yeah.
So I'm covered in dark amoeba juice.
Dark amoeba juice, and some of it burns. So
yeah,
yeah,
it's not
definitely
pleasant.
affects your armor. And I imagine Jada, like, you experience the same thing. But possibly even more so because, like, like most of them, if not all of them, were honing in on you. So yeah. I mean, were you using your gun for this? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
And
was
since
using
there were more of them, it's like they went.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But you defeated them. Like they basically like spattered down onto the jagged surface, and they're not bothering you at this point. Please roll. Hold on. 5 gold.
I'm still working on getting my first goal. Wait, my second goal in Trophy Dark. So, I guess this first one in Trophy Gold. You said how many dice?
5.
5. Okay. None.
Yep.
Mm.
Well, we know it works, unfortunately.
Uh.
Yeah, I know.
To be fair, I can't imagine amoeba carry around a lot of useful things.
Just
Yeah.
goo.
I mean, that we might
Just
slime
goo.
might turn out to be useful. I don't know.
Yeah, fortunately not in this case. Oh
Not at
man.
all.
Yeah, sorry. Alrighty. But yeah, I mean, like, you have some valuable information that you could conceivably go into its biomechanical innards and grab some of that for some good component stuff. You don't know why it makes any sense, but like in
Yeah.
this twisted reality, it does.
Yeah, I don't know why it's affected by gravity in the way it's being affected right now.
Yeah.
But I'm not trying to make sense of it. So
Yeah.
but if I can, if it seems like materials that we can use for fabrication, and I suspect that any repairs to the engine are going to need that. So I'm going to start collecting it up. Let me see if I don't know how I'm going to collect it up, but I'm going to make that happen.
Just to remind everybody, it's like if you do have a hunt token, you could trade it in at any time to find something.
I'm gonna
Well,
hold on to my hunt token, but I think as I'm like wiping this goo off of my face with my gloves, my armor is sort of just melted away. And I'm wiping it onto my suit. It's not burning through the suit, weirdly.
It's not.
I look over at Dr. Mullen and say, "Little help?"
of course, come here. And they'll meet you halfway, and you can mechanically use my medikit. I will also narratively use it for Jada, if she would like. But mechanically, you can take that ruin down to 4.
Thank you.
Awesome.
That, of course, means that you are at Ruin 5 and you don't have a medikit.
Mhm,
Listen, I know what I'm about.
mhm.
I mean, with that laundry list of conditions, yes, the doctor does know what they're about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I will spend my hunt token to collect materials since I feel like this will be something I can use for the engine.
Sure. I think that when you like take out the amoeba and approach the satellite, it does not have current defenses at this point, and you can reach in and collect some bio augments. Scavenged from the guts of the parasite satellite, these augmentations can be grafted onto the body for enhancements.
Cool.
So right now you can put that in your found equipment. You don't have to do anything with it just yet unless you want to. Okay.
No, I'm putting it in my equipment.
Is it 2 questions?
Hmm.
How big is that satellite?
Um, it's like, I don't know, like it's hard to say. It's probably like half the size of a regular human,
Mhm.
and part of it is buried into the hull, like as if, this is you are out in the atmosphere or not atmosphere, but like in space, and then basically this thing crash landed
Right.
like onto the ship, like as if you're clinging to the hull, but that can't be right. That is like, beyond the beyond of your thinking right now, but this is all skewed.
Does it?
You look like you're on the hull, standing outside on the hull right now, but you're walking normally. This landscape is, it's the hull, but it's jagged and cratered.
Is it
Yeah.
the only one, or does it seem like it might be communicating with anything else?
Oh no, it's like, the bio augments that were within it were like essentially feeding off of the ship. Jada could
Think.
see like the energy being leached.
Hmm. I think I'd like to try to connect with the haunted data sphere and see if I can see if it's connected to anything, or if it's talking to anything, or in fact, like how it's interfacing with the ship.
Sure. Cecile, data sphere. Okay. So piece of equipment, and you're going to
Mhm.
see how it connects to the ship, or if it connects to anything.
Yeah.
So 2 on the hunt roll, please.
Um, do I need to make a roll because it's a ritual?
Oh, okay. So you're actually using.
Yeah, the network
Oh,
ritual.
okay. Yeah, I wasn't aware that you were using a ritual. Yeah, in this
Yes.
case, it is definitely a risk roll.
Great.
What do we think can go wrong by doing this?
You could, I mean, there's always you attract the attention of something worse
Mhm.
by hooking in.
Mhm. Definitely attracting attention to something. I'm not going to argue with that at all.
I'm gonna I'm gonna say the satellite moves. It is not like stuck in there, and
Mm.
it like dislodges itself,
Shit.
and probably looks for something else to feed on.
Ooh, interesting. Okay. I'm gonna move on. All right. So yes, so light die for the piece of equipment, dark die for the ritual, and devil's bargain for that second light die. No matter what.
No matter what, this thing devours some piece of your equipment that you use to connect to the haunted data sphere. Maybe a piece of
Mm.
equipment that is embedded in you.
Ooh.
Ooh.
It burns out, you lose it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's bad.
No matter what, messing with this thing will somehow change the like reality of the situation around here. Like somehow it will not shift it. Like maybe gravity's suddenly different, or
Ooh.
Oh my god.
My devil's bargain was basically the exact same. So
Nice.
I support both of those. Those are both really good.
No, for sure. I mean, like there's gonna be some kind of backlash, whether physical or mental in doing this.
Mhm.
Like a feedback. Like, since you're trying to tap into the network,
Oh
there's
yeah,
gonna be some
yeah.
sort of feedback for sure.
Yeah, I like the altering the reality or gravity or whatever.
Oh, I love
whatever
that.
happened there. That's
Okay,
great.
so that's the one you're picking. All
Super
right,
good.
great. So 2 light, 1 dark, please.
2 light, 1 dark. That is a 6 light.
Nice. Okay. Nice. So you do succeed. Tell me what this looks like as you are hooking into the network.
I think I actually it's dark. I have my scarf down over my eyes. I think I actually like sink my hands into it and just kind of like let the consciousness flow through my body, through my nervous system, and push it out and see if I can extend it out through whatever it's talking to.
Okay.
Kind of like blowing up a cloud balloon of darkness.
Love that analogy. Oh, wow.
all clowns are dark and evil.
Yeah, that's very true too. My God.
We are.
Um, hmm. As you're connecting with the haunted data sphere into this network, the hissing darkness changes your mind, opening up new windows of thought and perception. What is the question that you had in mind when you were connecting?
If it's connecting to anything else and or how like in what way it is interfacing with the ship. If this is the thing that is changing the ship or one of the things.
And you find out, just as Jada did, that it is not the source of the changes. It is just one of the things that has affected the ship because it crashed into
Mm.
it, but now it is feeding on the energy that has made its home here.
Is there
And
anything it's linked up to that we should be aware of? Nearby, maybe? Or deeper within ship, I guess.
it is not connected to anything. It is
Cool.
taking up the energy. However, it is making you very aware of other sources of connection
Mm.
and communion, like the obelisks nearby. Like there's a few obelisks of bone and metal nearby, like you know, uh, j- uh, jutting out of the ship, out of
Mm.
the ship's hull. And there's also like craters that you can sense that there are things like spaces within, like as if the the craters have been opened up by any debris, like out in space or what have you, but they're not harmed. There's like recesses that things
Mm.
exist in. You just sense them as other pieces of darkness. And I'm going to say that given this particular success, you take the condition Dark Avatar.
Ooh.
We love this.
almost ideal.
Do you share any of this information with us, Cecile?
Oh yeah, yeah. I think it's a nonstop torrent of some babble, but some like communicating exactly what that is there. I'm just like, yeah, pushing through the darkness, feeling it there. It's eating from the ship. There's things jutting out of the ship. There's spaces where there's things. There's spaces in the spaces. And just until I pull my hands out and
One of the
Oh,
things
shake
of
it off a
the
little bit.
one of the litany that Cecile is streaming consciousness is the word communion. So that's coming up.
I think this is the first time Hart has seen active, purposeful engagement with the darkness from any of you. Uh, so she's got her gun out. And she's holding it up. What did you just do?
What do you mean? I just told you.
Why do you know how to do that?
It's my job. Just like shooting things and stomping around is your job.
Keeping people safe is my job.
Mine too. We just go about it different ways.
I'm watching you, Cecile.
What's your job, Cecile?
Shade. It's kind of like a black ops internal security for the ship.
Huh. Does that make sense?
Oh, I didn't know there were any on the ship.
That's the idea.
This is a colonizing ship. Why would you be here?
Do you think it's going to be utopia if and when this thing lands?
Not anymore.
Intelligence is important when establishing a foothold in a new place, and when building a new place and maintaining the safety of that place. You can't yell at something and shoot it unless you know what you're shooting at. I mean, ideally you shouldn't, but again, we work in different ways.
Seems as though you let a few things slip by and tries not to look at Dr. Mullen.
Not my department.
Exactly. See if I got past the Black Ops, there's nothing wrong. Things are fine. And not important anymore. Wouldn't you agree?
It's around, like, sure, things are fine.
Dr. Mullen, in your back of your head here, as the void looms over you all, you hear commune, 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 commune.
I think I do have to ask, what was the set goal again? I agree with Amanda.
I'm sorry. I got so excited because everybody got like into the role play. I totally forgot to give you the
Set goal,
actual
get
set
in each
goal.
other's face.
Right. Hey, what is set goal? It's a great set goal, especially here in the dark void.
We love this.
The set goal is I can't even keep a straight face at this point. The set goal is to commune with the hissing darkness to unlock the key to the engine.
Oh, baby. I am going straight to that bone obelisk right now. I think actually you see after that little chat, Dr. Mullen just turns heel and starts walking out into the darkness towards one of these massive obelisks of bone and metal that Cecile pointed out.
Yes.
Because I have the actual ritual commune and I am going to use it.
Okay. Alrighty. When you come, well, you see each of these things, like, the obelisks of bone and metal sticking out of the hull, and you realize that as you walk towards it, it's like it is much larger than you originally thought, because space and time are completely changed and reality is all fucked here, and it's larger than you think. At the top of the obelisk, it is again a twisted thing of wires and metal tubing that seems to be jutting out and in of itself. But you see what look like uh, stairwells mixed in with ladder-like structures along its sides to be able to ascend to its top. And at the top of this obelisk is an altar that you recognize as an altar.
This is ideal.
I think your suit sigils are starting to glow.
Oh, perfect. I don't say a word to anyone else. They can follow me or not. I start ascending the stairs, running my hand along the metal and bone, trying to decipher where it came from, and trying to listen to the things that are whispering in the dark.
Do you have to prepare for your ritual of communing, or is it something that once you are in place, you just do?
I think it is both. I think I can just do it sometimes if I'm in place, if there is a thing in the darkness to speak to. But I think there is also this aspect of trying to call something here in this altar that I think there is that same kind of sacrifice that they made to make the suits. I think there is the same one done here at the obelisk on the altar.
See. So you reach the summit of the obelisk and you see the altar in front of you. It seems to have the markings faded but etched enough that you can tell your sigils, as well as what look like a carved handprint in the center of it.
Oh, I think they actually take off their glove if that won't instantly kill me. This is good. I don't know how
Just
space
smile
works.
for
If you take your
Oh.
glove off, I don't think you see your hand anymore as your hand. I think the darkness is flowing from the tips upward into your suit, and you feel it. You feel something writhing under the skin.
I take my survival knife and I cut my palm open and see if it bleeds.
Remember that lava lamp effect from the amoebas? They're beating. The liquid is beating up and floating,
Oh,
but not towards you. It's almost as if it's waiting to be given freely.
and as long as it actually, since I do in fact bleed, I put my hand down in the space on the altar and wait.
Risk roll. Okay. I think we've pretty much established that, like, you're doing a ritual, so it's definitely risk to body and mind. Um, uh, Definitely what could go wrong is that you're going to attract the attention of something that wants to draw out life force. Pretty sure that something exists right here, like near here. And then for your light die, first light die, You got the skills, so that's not an issue. Devil's bargain, no matter what.
Gimme.
And so the bad thing that might happen is that something might get attracted, right?
Oh yeah. Oh no. I already know what's gonna come if it goes horribly wrong.
Mads is so prepared.
To try to position the like whether this happens or not.
Yeah, this is like the devil's bargain is the no matter what, but
Yeah,
hopefully
yeah.
not as bad. Oh Lord.
Whether something else is attracted or not, your hand is fused to the depression.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
that's a fun problem to solve.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. So I got.
Oh.
Oh my god!
Oh my.
No!
Hold
Same
on. Let's
page.
see.
Oh. The depression siphons more from you than you had intended to give it.
Very interesting. Blood for the bloodstone.
Might be, yeah. I mean, like, not with a devil's bargain, but I'm just gonna say it's like, maybe more will be asked of you. But I don't know. I mean, like everything that I'm thinking of is real bad, so I'm like, I'm not gonna.
I mean, you're welcome to throw them out there. I don't have to take it.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, are we still on
So devil's bargains.
These are devil's bargains.
Oh, okay.
That's why I can't. That's why I don't want to give like everything so horrible because it's like it's gonna be horrible.
I mean, does he survive? Then it's fine.
Oh, I know. No matter what, that shadow of you will become more solid.
Mm.
Oh.
It's fun. Amanda, you got one? I see you think I saw the comment.
I've been thinking, and I can't think of anything better than that because that's so good.
Yeah.
Man,
I love it.
Oh,
So either your hand is fused to the depression
Sure.
or the shadow gets more real.
I really like the idea of having to cut off my hand to get out of here. That's really fun. I'm into that. Let's get it. I'll take that.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Alrighty. So 2 light, 1 dark.
Whew, 5 light. Holy shit.
Well, I mean, you could still risk it for a biscuit and add a dark die to reroll.
You know what, actually, I have to say, that might be really thematically appropriate here.
Okay.
I never do that because I'm a wiener.
Okay.
But like, I think this is thematically appropriate. So now it's 2 light, 2 dark.
Correct. Do it.
5 dark. If it's higher than your ruin, it goes up by 1. My ruin
does
is
not.
5.
Your
so
ruin
does
is
not go up.
You're yeah. But you do succeed, and it's gonna be complicated because I mean, all right. So first let's give you the good stuff.
Good shit.
As soon as your hand touches the depression and your viscous blood is absorbed into the stone of the altar, I think you will feel the sensation of being drawn in but pushed out of your body as you hear all around you, communion, and it's roaring in your head, and you see images of like shooting to the engine and this dark thing that is pulsing and beating and thrumming, creating sounds and energy that is driving the ship, but also twisting it and warping it the more it is on and processing. And you can also see your companions, but from different angles, as if they're being torn apart in reality and reshaped and remade. And then you're also able to see that in your communion, you hold the key to taking control of the engine itself. as well as the ship, but it will require a sacrifice, a life to be traded here to be able to go into the engine.
That is delicious. Oh, that is delicious.
And you feel all of this, you hear all of this, and you can see all of this. And I think the camera will pan to your beatific face, and we see you crying black tears that are flowing down your body. Take the condition key bearer.
Oh, fuck yes.
Wispy, smoky.
B, I'm so
liquid.
excited for how excited you are.
I was gonna say, like, it's creating this
Delicious.
wispy, smoky, liquidy like halo that's like surrounding like Dr. Mullen's head.
That's so cool. I love this.
Do you come down and tell the others? That's the other question. But
I-
wait.
I'll
You're
try.
trying Yeah, you're as you come out of your as you come out of your beatification. Yeah. You try to leave. Your hand is held fast. You cannot, you can feel it as if you are fused to the stone now. You are part and parcel with the darkness. And you hear a more rhythmic chant in your ear. Commune. 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 Union.
Oh, that is so good. I think now that I'm mostly done hearing the instructions, I do look down to see if and where my companions are before I take my next step. I'm like, what are they up to?
You can see Dr. Mullen at the top of this obelisk.
Yeah, what are y'all
thing.
guys doing?
I feel like
I mean-
Cecile would have followed you up while all of this was going. Just like kind of like casually, like, looks like you got something going on up there. So I'm gonna see what the deal is.
She's just there.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Witness.
Jada would not be there because Jada is trying to do something completely different, which is these obstructions are attached to the hull, so Jada would be working on trying to remove these obstructions from the hull.
I'm sort of just I'm not up there either, but I'm sort of keeping an eye because those amoebas came out of nowhere. So I'm keeping an eye on the situation and checking up on them and checking over on Jada just to keep watch.
Okay. So
Mhm.
I think hold on. I want to deal with this. Hold on. So much going on. Okay, so Dr. Mullen's in the middle of like getting visions, and then like Cecile has made her way up to watch, be witness,
Mhm.
whatever. And then Jada, you're essentially trying to, sounds to me like you're clearing the way, and then you're also trying to do a hunt roll as well. And you're
Oh
keeping
no,
a
I'm
sharp
doing a
lookout.
ritual.
Oh,
Oh,
which one?
nice.
Yeah, I am
Repair.
doing a repair because
Okay.
I feel that this altar is damaged to the hull. And so I am taking my sachet of nanites and I plan on turning it into gray goo.
Oh my.
Oh my, Jada.
Wait, the same obelisk that Mullen's on, or
The thing that's attached to the hull,
they're all attached
The-
to the hull. I'm just
the
letting you
satellite thing or
the
the
satellite, like this obelisk thing that
The
should
thing that
not-
I'm making a blood sacrifice on?
Yes, I'm
The thing that Cecile and Dr. Mullen are currently on. Yeah, that thing.
I don't plan on triggering it while they're on it. It's just like I plan on triggering it once they're off of it.
Oh, that's
Oh
nice
my.
of you. Thank
Sure,
you
sure.
for not dissolving us.
Okay, I was gonna say, I'm like, wait, what? Like you gotta specify these things because it just sounded
Hey,
like
if
wow.
those details are
sabotage.
important, I guess I'll explain them.
Yes, it's kind of important.
So
Ah.
great.
So, all right, okay. I actually need a bio break. So we're gonna take our 10-minute break. We're back. We're back at the 46 mark. Yeah, 46 mark, and then we will see what happens, with Cecile being up
36
there.
Mark.
36.
All right.
Can I count? No. Yeah, 36. Sorry. Not 20 minutes. Okay. I got it. We're good.
We got it.
See you in 10. Okay. So, Cecile, you've made it onto the top of the obelisk and seeing Dr. Mullen engage and commune with whatever's here. But I think, Dr. Mullen, you're getting a bit of a shock as you come out of your vision, and then you see like Cecile like staring right at you.
Jesus. God. Holy shit. I think as he's looking around and realizing his hand is stuck and like, I'm gonna assess the situation further, and she's like, good gods. Says, when did you get up here?
What's it like?
What? You should try it, but there might be a problem with that. I cannot move the hand. It is stuck.
Right hand or left hand?
The hand that it is touching. I think it is my right hand for sure. And do you have a
Combat knife?
watch? Yes. Thank
Yes.
you.
I will take the knife and cut my hand open and put it on top of yours.
Oh,
Are we communing?
that is not what I
we
expected.
Are we communing?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. You can totally do that. Totally do that. Because yes,
Buddy
at
communing.
these obelisks, you can perform a sacrifice in a way and then get a similar, if more dangerous effect. So therefore, all right. Bleh. Risk roll. What could go wrong? Oh boy. Oh boy.
So many things.
This double thing I'm just gonna say is just
God.
again gonna call on some really unwanted attention. Believe me. And so what do you got for skill? Background. The whole thing.
Yeah, void, technological, trance,
Yes.
manifestations.
Absolutely.
So-
Perfect.
Sir
And then of
That's-
course
that's my
risk
jam.
to body and mind, doing this.
Yep.
And then devil's bargains. Bring them on, no matter what. Oh boy.
I mean, the obvious one in my head is no matter what, now we both gotta get rid of a hand.
Oh boy.
Oh, that one's hard to beat. That's really good.
I got nothing. Oh my god.
Oh my god, I didn't think you'd
No
do this.
matter what, your conditions combine.
Oh,
What?
does that even mean?
What?
Yes.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Amanda.
We're gonna have to expand the condition row.
Yeah, this is we both have like
Yeah, we're both pretty
six.
stacked.
Oh,
Dark Avatar and Key Bearer.
It's so
Oh
thematically.
my god.
Oh, I love this.
I'm taking
Oh.
that one for sure.
Okay.
Unless,
Yeah.
You can go ahead.
'Cause I was gonna do something like like a little bit simpler, but yet a little bit more complex because it was like so it was kind of like a take on as above, so below, but it goes for both of you. Like so as
That mean?
for Dr. Mullen, so for Cecile.
Mm.
So I mean, like kind of like a
Oh.
variance on that too. So
These all kind of are like the similar things.
Oh, yeah.
Basically, yeah.
For sure.
I'm into merging the conditions. I think that's
Yeah, that is hilarious. Oh my God.
never. Yeah.
What is that even
Okay.
gonna look like?
We're gonna see. We're gonna find out. But hopefully, like let's see how the roll goes first.
That's
Yeah.
a
Light
5
on
dark,
please.
which takes me up to ruin 5 again.
Oh,
Welcome
boy.
back to the club.
Oh my gosh.
Next session might just be Jada.
I was like,
Yeah,
right. I think at the very most, Jada and Hart. You
we're
guys
gonna
are
just have like
carry
such.
this.
Well, oh wait, but then it brings out that wonderful thing of like staring at each other. Something's gonna happen. Contest roll mechanically, but I mean like that whole oh shit, who's gonna get out of
I'm
this?
just gonna sit here for a while and see what
Yeah,
happens.
yeah. Okay, all right. So
I think when I cut my hand and put it down, I kind of like intertwine my fingers a little bit. So if
Aw.
if we join, we join. If I'm just being friendly, I'm just being friendly. If my blood and darkness lubricates it a little bit, maybe pull a little bit and see what happens. But yeah, let's see what the 5 does first.
okay.
Darkness bestie.
Darkness besties. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Oh. This list.
So
I'm just it's amazing. I'm just trying to think, is there a way to do this whole thing? I mean, hold on. Oh my God. Like it's just a cacophony. Oh, you know what it is? It is a fucking cacophony. You know, like everything that Dr. Mullen had heard, you are now hearing as well. Like the directions, the instructions, all that kind of stuff. You too shall be key bearer, and you are also knowing of sacrifice. A life must be traded here to get to when they say here, they mean like here in the void. A life must be traded here in the void to in order to continue forward into the engine and then take control of the ship. And so, yeah, like, you know, whatever thoughts come into your mind, it's like, you know, that these are things that Dr. Mullen has seen, like of the engine as well as your companions and each other. And it is twisted. It is dark. It is a shifting of selves. I think you're actually both experiencing the vision of your personalities and your bodies are fracturing in this space and melding into each other, then also being torn apart, and then a continuous cycle of same. And oh man, there's so many things to deal with here. I don't know how to control all these conditions. So yeah, just keep on like piling on. Because yeah, anything that's on Dr. Mullen's list goes on to Cecile's, and anything on Cecile's list goes into Dr. Mullen's.
Awesome.
Yeah. And you
when
also
I
too will get the burst of the wispy smoky liquid, like, you know, coming off of your head in a halo type
Nice.
effect, you know. And
if I squeeze his hand and pull, what happens?
I think you do succeed, but it is not without a considerable amount of pain to both of you.
We love this.
Yeah.
And I think your screams are heard as a dark choir.
Yeah.
Oh, we love
And
this.
both of you are down on the ground like, what the hell? It is goddamn creepy, I will say. And you can see from down below, you can see both of their heads have this massive, like, you know, tendrils and wisps of this dark stuff emanating from their heads.
Remember earlier when I stated that I would wait for them to come down?
Uh-huh. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah. Were you going to wait until they come down, Jada?
I think I'm gonna look at Hart and be like, I think we should Grey Goo this entire thing. whatever.
We don't know what's happening to them. What if it happens to us? We need to understand what they're doing. Did they make this happen? What are you guys doing up there?
That's all you hear. You hear like the chordal harmony, dark harmonies, like, coming from up there. I think both of their faces are thrown up to the void as they're
Oh,
shouting
yeah,
out.
since
Damn
like
it.
since I
Yeah.
put my right hand on your right hand, I'm probably like behind you, and they're probably like,
Yeah.
ah.
Yeah,
Oh, that's so
yeah.
good.
Yeah, yeah.
What a
Yeah.
look.
I think I'm going to climb up
Join the party.
because I don't know what's going on up there and I don't know if they need help, but they seems like they need help.
You're so.
Oh my god.
Oh
Why
my
are you
god!
so
It's
nice?
like I just sit here looking at like I'm setting this thing up. I'm not. I'm going to set this up. I'm not going. I'm going to
Do
let
not.
go. I'm not going to trigger it, but this needs to be off the hole if this ship is ever going to fly again.
I agree. Set it up. I'm going up there. I'm going to bring them back down. And then we let this thing go.
All right.
Keep an eye out though.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna climb up. Because I'm an idiot. Too much brawn. Not enough
Keeps-
brains.
Okay,
Space
all right.
Marine.
I will give you the benefit of choosing. Do you think you're doing a hunt roll or a risk roll right now?
I think Hart thinks it's a hunt roll,
Okay.
but it's actually a risk roll.
Mm.
Hart's intending to go see if she can help, if they can help what's happening up there. But yeah, I don't think this. Amanda thinks it's a stupid idea.
Right.
don't
I
do
mean,
that.
I'm not disagreeing with that.
That's how you know Hart's making the right decision.
Yep.
Okay. And your skill and what equipment that you're using for your hunt roll? Sorry.
I think in this case it would be probably triage. I want to try and figure out what's happening, where is it best to apply my skills
Ooh,
for
okay.
help, because we want to see it, because if we can't help them, then we're going to jettison this thing with them on it.
Amazing. 2 on the hunt roll, please. Oh my gosh.
I don't know if you can't be helped. We can't help you.
This
Encounter, I get a 4, I get a token.
Yes, but encounter something terrible. Oh,
Excited
thank
for
you.
my token.
What?
Yes, thank you. Thank you very
You're
much.
welcome.
Okay.
I did it all
So,
myself.
yes, you did. I think as you are making your way up and trying to assess what the hell is going on, I think you see the darkness. You see these fragments and bits and shards of things that are floating in this other space. Because that's what it is. This is a void that you do not see anything from any known universe. And some of this dark detaches itself from a floating nebulous journey. And I think you see up ahead between you and the altar, I think you see something that looks half feral. It is a piece of darkness that is sentient and bestial looking. You don't see any features, but you can tell that it is something that stalks and it waits. But it looks fearful of what is happening on the altar, but I think it catches a glimpse of you, Hart, and is making its way down to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot it.
Okay. Alrighty.
Take out my gun.
Okay. Give me a
My
second.
my gun, not Jaxu's gun.
Right. Okay.
And I'm gonna shoot it.
All right, so this will incur a risk roll on your part because one, you're getting up high up into the air. I
Mhm.
don't know what you want to call it, height wise. And then of course you've got this thing bearing down on you. So definitely danger to body. Okay.
Yep.
And then oh boy. What could go wrong? It charges at you and throws both of you off of the
Mm.
obelisk. That's the big one.
hmm
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't think I would like that. That sounds bad.
That sounds bad. Yes.
Yep, that makes sense.
Okay. So then skill, background, occupation.
Well, I'm gonna use my gun, and I think my background as a combat marine, I mean, I'm kind of used to being in shooting situations, I
Sure.
guess.
Okay, cool. And our wonderful no matter what, devil's bargain.
No matter what, it bites you, and the scar it leaves is made of pure, pulsating darkness.
That's
It as it approaches and gets closer, its face resolves into Jaxu's face.
good.
Oh, the attacks never end.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Even in horror. All right, great. Mm.
Fuck.
I can't do better than that.
Oh my god. It's so rough.
I think that even if you survive this, I think the exiled dark thing is or will be your constant companion. Like it's gonna stalk you.
Ooh, I like that too.
Yeah.
I gotta go with the Jaxu face though.
Oh man.
Jaxu face. Jaxu's never really left us because,
Mm.
you know.
Okay.
So I'm gonna roll my 2 light, 1 dark.
2 light, 1 dark, please. Yes.
6 light.
Nice. All right.
Nice.
So tell me what this looks like as you shoot this thing.
I think it's so smooth. You know, it's like action in slow motion action,
Mhm.
and I pull the gun out of its holster off of my hip, and I pull it up, and I just line it up straight into its Jaxu face.
Oh, as it leaps towards you, like it resolves into
Yeah.
Jaxu, like leaping towards you, just as you saw it, like like almost nose to you in the elevator.
Yeah, and I say, "You couldn't be him. Nice try." And then I.
Yeah, and I
Action
think,
hero shit.
yeah, and I think you managed to keep your footing on the obelisk, but this thing just you know pings off of your shot, and then starts to float and fall as it starts to like dissipate slightly, but it still has that very bestial form. And
Does it like fall to the ground?
it does like start to fall down to the ground.
If it gets down there, I think Jada, you should probably roll see if there's anything cool on it. Do a hunt roll on that thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I'm gonna continue scurrying up the obelisk. I don't really know how I'm climbing. Like, am I like scuttling or
It's partly like
is it like a
stairwell. It's
ladder?
partly ladder. Yeah, partly
Okay,
stairwell, partly ladder. Yeah,
Okay, it's like almost vertical then.
yeah,
gotcha. Cool.
yeah. It's got levels and stuff, but I mean, like, yeah, it's again twisted. But
Yeah.
yeah, this exiled dark thing will fall like heavily. Again, the physics don't work like normal, and it almost resolves into like a heavy sploosh, as if something a weighted like
Okay.
viscous bag has fallen and just kind of like collapsed in on itself. But then it resolves into what looks like a very lumpy feral beast shape. Face down. You can't see it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a hunt roll to see if I can get materials from it.
What are you using? A piece of equipment or a skill?
I'm sorry, I have to pull myself back together. I have the Googles down. Okay, I'm better now, I think.
Piece of equipment or skill?
I think skill, improvisation.
Perfect. Okay. And then you specifically want to see what about this thing?
If there's something here that I can use, like if there's something here that will explain this, like what's going on here in this with this altar. Like I'm specifically looking for any justification that me like this triggering this satchel of nanites is the right thing to do. I think, but it's this like is destroying this going to help me, or is there anything in this thing that will help me like remove this or get us closer to restoring the ship?
Okay.
If
2 on the
that makes
hunt.
any sense. Sorry.
Yeah, we'll see. 2 on the hunt roll, please.
Nah, I encountered something terrible. And I rolled 2 twos. Because I can only roll higher than like success when I roll a weakness roll.
Okay. Sorry. I just have to laugh. Oh my god.
There might be a last session. It won't be this one.
We'll find
time
out.
I've rolled a weakness, it's been a high number, and that's the only time that I rolled a high number subsequently.
I think. I think as you're looking at this thing to try and check it out to see if there's any way it can give you any answers about the ship or what's been going on and about the obelisk. You've gained, well, I shouldn't say you've gained the attention, but I mean, like, I don't think you notice that there are these fist-sized punches in reality drifting. They've been drifting around, but I mean, like, they haven't gotten close enough to any of you to, cause any issues until now. Because I think you're so engrossed in looking at this thing that you don't notice there is a micro black hole creeping up on you.
Man, a micro black hole?
Mm-hmm.
Man, it has to be super stealthy.
It's fist-sized. It's just kind of floating as dead space in this reality. And it is coming ever closer to you. And it shifts enough that we can tell it's still powerful enough to rip anyone apart once touched.
You want to join us on the obelisk?
I mean, I want to be not anywhere near this. So the question is, which
One more.
direction gets me away from it?
You're
Going
not gonna
up,
like my answer.
up or down?
Up.
Oh,
Or
dang.
actually, hold on. Let me think. Do you want to
I'm gonna do a circle around the obelisk, like trying to hide from someone when they're trying to get you around a car.
I think this is where you start to notice that there are more of these things nearby. It's
Oh,
almost
man.
as if they're being drawn.
Join us.
I guess that then I will follow. I will go up towards everyone else to get away from the thing, because up is where there's no other escape route, so it's obviously the right direction to go.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I've watched a lot of horror movies, and if it's something I learned from that, that's totally true.
Totally true.
Totally
Totally
true.
true.
Going up is a
Down
great
gives me
idea.
The entire
Always
hole
go
to
up.
use the escape, but going up gives me one. So
Always-
therefore, I must go up.
It's a
And
great
so up
idea.
I go.
So, all right. So everybody's heading up to the top of the obelisk. Excuse me. Yeah. Okay.
I will
So-
yell like, Hart, throw the micro black holes. They're following us. They're getting closer. You see, Hart.
Hurry up!
Going as fast as like I'm an engineer. The last time I had to do anything like this was a ropes course we did for team building.
As a statistician, I get this.
Oh my god.
I spend all my time in front of a computer. I couldn't climb a rope. What are you talking about?
Okay. So we are playing the avoid game on the micro black holes. All right, great. Yeah, so I think you all make it up to the top of the obelisk. But you will see, Jada, that the micro black holes have started to gather.
Gather suggests that they stop coming closer. Is that incorrect or correct?
That is incorrect. Like, they were floating in space, but there seems to be more of them now, like
Okay.
that are coming.
So less of a gathering and more of a swarm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, they stopped and started gathering up. Oh, no, they're just okay.
What
So
do you do?
go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. I mean,
Oh.
like,
So just to get everything in my mind together, Cecile and Dr. Mullen are on the top of the obelisk, screaming
Yes.
into the sky,
yes.
or the not sky, because we're in the sky. I don't know. There's no up and down.
The
in space.
void.
Mhm.
Yeah,
The
screaming
void.
screaming into the
The
void.
top void.
The
Yeah,
void
like-
is answering back, so that's terrifying.
There's the
Uh,
hole and then there's the not hole direction.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm up there, and I think I'm just shaking them.
Yeah, does that
Snap
work?
out of
Like what
it!
happens? Like I think that's the question for Mads is like, are we able to communicate with her at all? Like what's the vibe here?
I think, pardon. Oh, man. I
Oh,
think for you two, it's a doubling, right? Because you are essentially merged in some strange reality way. I mean, not in body necessarily, but definitely in consciousness. So I think as you're being shaken, like, I don't know, Hart, if you're like, one hand on one of them and the other hand on the other one, but I mean, they're feeling it like, doubled or quadrupled, depending on how it feels.
I think I'm shaking Cecile because
Okay.
Cecile is in the back.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
And also,
Well-
I don't want to touch Dr. Mullen.
Well, Dr. Mullen can totally feel it too. So I mean,
Oh.
like,
Ooh.
I am going to try to pry Dr. Mullen's hand off with a knife. I mean, pry their hands off of the thing, not pry
Not off of my human
off of
body.
Dr.
Yeah, I already peeled it off. That's why we're
Okay.
screaming.
Oh, so
Good
it's
news.
not attached to it?
Yeah.
Good news.
Yeah,
Cecile
yeah.
figured it out.
Yeah.
Okay,
Just a little bit of
well-
blood, a little bit of elbow grease.
Okay, yeah. I will do what anyone else in a good horror movie will do and slap someone.
Oh yeah,
Don't-
that works.
Don't slap hard. Don't slap hard.
Yeah, anyone but Hart.
Anyone but Hart. Okay, not Hart.
Anyone but Hart.
We'll start with Dr. Mullen.
Well, I
I
mean,
probably
again,
deserve it.
well, because again, I think like, again, like in the throes of pain, you're both feeling it after
Mhm.
Cecile tears your hand off of the off the obelisk, but you're leaving some stuff behind. I mean, like, you
Mhm.
know, probably like the skin off the palm, like, you know, some of the blood, all that kind of thing. But I think if you do look at your palm, Dr. Mullen, I think you'll notice that the darkness is filling in.
Oh, how lovely.
How lovely. It still hurts like hell though, but
Yeah.
you know. And Cecile, you feel this too.
Mhm.
What's going on? What happened?
What is going on is I just
We got-
was slapped. Excuse you. Who did this?
We're screaming, and there's tendrils, and there's
Oh.
micro black holes.
Oh.
What is?
Micro black holes. Huh. Interesting.
Yes,
Do not
it
very.
doesn't make sense. That's the best word I can use to describe them. As you see, you know, they're all over the place.
What? What did you see? What happened to you?
We know the
You
answer.
know the answers.
That was so creepy.
I think it actually happened at the same time, which
Yeah,
makes
oh.
it even worse.
I was hoping you would follow up with more after that.
But
I think
what-
Dr. Mullen looks over at Cecile and just kind of gives the should we tell them look.
What's the answer? What's the question?
How to get to the hole?
We have
Okay.
the key.
But
Or the
we're in
engine,
electrical.
sorry. Sorry, not the
Good.
hole, the engine.
Oh, okay.
Amazing! Amazing!
I'm not a ship person.
Oh, well, let's go. Let's go. Let's go right now.
There needs to be a sacrifice.
What kind?
The humankind.
What? Why?
What do you think?
To
That's
who?
what it told us.
To what?
To this?
The void.
The void said you had to kill somebody in order to make it to the hull or to the engine.
To give it somebody. Yes.
Well,
That sounds so permanent.
I know, right?
we're not going to give anybody to anything. We're going to get to the engine together and we're going to figure this out.
Oh, but we have figured it out.
We know the answers.
And you're absolutely certain
Oh,
No,
yes.
that someone has to
Nobody-
be sacrificed.
Nobody here is getting sacrificed to your stupid void. Okay? We're all going to get to the engine.
You can ask it yourself.
As Hart
yes.
says this, I think both of you, Cecile and Dr. Mullen, you hear whispers above and around and in you saying, "The gate to the engine exacts a price. Sacrifice."
Is it just us two hear it?
But again, you're doubling, tripling because of, you know, in your heads.
And the heart's just going off, just like beacon
Yeah,
off.
yeah. You
on a
see
lecture
her
about-
agitated face, but
Yeah.
you're
Mhm.
hearing this in your head.
Part
Yeah.
of me wants to just pull out my gun and shoot Dr. Mullen, but
Well, actually, I really love this because Amanda and I may have been discussing some murder things and what I was allowed to do and what she was allowed to do. And I do think as the void is saying this, I just pull out my survival knife. And I think pulling a gun on this motherfucker is totally reasonable.
Probably not a bad idea.
I would like to see a contest roll, in which case, what are the stakes? Gee, murder. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like, is this a three-way contest roll? Because if you're
'Cause I-
trying to stab Dr. Hart, or you're trying to stab Hart,
Oh, yes.
and Jada's trying to shoot Dr. Mullen, Hart is definitely going to react to a gun and a knife. With
I would definitely go after someone who is trying to hurt someone whose pain I would feel. So
Oh,
whoever
yeah.
is attacking
Yeah.
Dr.
Oh my
so
God.
it's two-way.
so
Yeah.
it's, oh man, a four. This
Yeah.
is terrible. But I like saying it. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it.
We get it.
But I've done. Everyone has done a contest roll, and it has been fabulous. So, oh my god. So I don't know if everybody remembers. I mean, Jonn, I know it's been a little bit since we played the trophy, but for a contest roll, okay, let's build this thing. Holy crap. Amazing. Oh, wasn't expecting it to happen so soon. Awesome. God. I'm sorry. It's like it's making me giggle because it's like, oh my God, how exciting. Sorry.
I love a contest roll.
I love
I
the contest
so
roll.
excited.
They're so
Oh my
good.
god. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
At
I'm
least
so
nobody has the
excited.
murder skill that you can totally fuck up.
I'm still mad about that. The
know.
reference Mads is talking about is when we played the Flocculent Cathedral in our Shadow Society group, and I was an assassin. That was literally my job, and I had skills in murder, and I was the first one murdered.
Oh,
One
That was-
job. That's all you have.
One job.
No
You
one
had
said
one
what
job.
the skill is limited to one direction.
Yeah,
I'm very
Oh my
skilled
God.
at being murdered. Too.
being murdered. Yeah, I'm
Being
still mad
murdered.
about that.
Yes, exactly.
That's all. That was Rob. I'm still mad at you, Rob, if you're watching this.
How
Oh,
dare
man,
you,
that was-
Rob?
I had the
How dare
best
you.
faces. It's like I just
That
gotta
was
pull
so
up that gif
funny.
at some point. My God, it was so
Oh,
good.
Really glad I made a gif of your face for that. That was great.
So good. All right.
Amanda's
All right.
chief gift maker.
Okay. Yes, very chief gift maker. Okay. Contest roll.
Yay.
Who's participating? Everybody.
All of us.
Fabulous. Okay, lovely. All right. So agree on what's at stake. Murder. Okay.
Yep.
Sacrifice. Somebody gonna die. That's
I think
basically
the
what it
only
is.
person who is not at risk of dying is probably Cecile.
Yeah,
But if
probably.
Dr. Mullen dies, would Cecile
yeah, then it's probably not
Yeah,
gonna be
is
great
that
for
the
me.
case?
Yeah.
Well, we'll figure it. We'll
Like,
find
he'll
out.
just be
We'll find
hurt.
out.
It'll suck.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it'll
we'll
suck.
find out.
It'll definitely hurt.
I will feel your death, whatever
Yes.
that
Ooh,
Oh.
that sounds awful.
Oh,
That's terrible.
Oh,
Okay,
man.
so like building your dice pool. Everybody builds the dice pool accordingly for this. Okay. Take a light die. If you have a skill or equipment that makes this contest easier, like so if you've got a gun, you got a knife, whatever, like that you take a light
Yeah.
die for that. Then you take a light die for each mark of ruin that you currently have. So Jada would take 5 light die in total for the first light die and then 4 ruin that she currently has. And then you add a dark die if it is inherently deadly or dangerous. You are at the top of an obelisk at an altar and you're going to try to kill each other or disable or disarm or whatever the hell you're planning on doing. It's dangerous, okay?
Yeah.
So Jada would have 5 light, 1 dark, or yeah, hold on.
That's correct.
Mhm.
I'll also have 5 light, 1 dark. And Mark and B, you will both have 6 light, 1 dark. To
Okay,
start.
but wait. So
start.
the first dark die is for like, inherently deadly and dangerous.
Mhm.
And then you can add as many dark die as you want afterwards, which is the beautiful part. Don't
Right,
tell
yeah.
anybody what you're rolling for
No.
the total dark yet. Just
There is a
load it up
catch.
into the roller.
There is a catch.
There is a catch. Hold on. So for each dark die in your roll that ends up showing 1, dark die 1, you're going to mark a ruin.
So
So decide wisely. Okay?
Oh my
So
god.
we've delineated your light die
hmm
and dark die, just basically however the hell many you want to plug into the roller. Okay? So
and
don't
the person
roll yet.
who wins is the ones with the most 6s, correct? And
Yes.
if there's a tie, then it moves
Then
down
you
to
go down to
5s.
5.
Moves to 5s, and then if like tie there, then
Yeah.
moves down to whatever.
Unless
Okay,
you
so-
ruin out, then you don't win.
Unless you ruin out, in which case it's like you're lost. You didn't
Well,
win.
you still win the contest,
Yeah,
but you don't
Then you sort of-
survive.
right. Like you'd be lost. Okay.
Yeah.
You
So
win the
if-
battle, you lose the war.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Perfect. Okay, so under contest roll, load up your numbers. Okay, so
Oh my
however many
God.
light die and however many dark die that you want to load up. Don't roll yet. Just load
Not
up your
rolling.
dice.
I'm not rolling. My hands are up here.
I'm
I'm gonna
all
die in
ready.
this one.
Everybody
We're
ready?
all gonna die.
Everybody ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. The excitement. I'm palpitating here. 1, 2, 3, roll.
Ooh.
Oh no!
That's a lot of ones.
Wow.
Oh my god. What?
Hart!
Notice how we didn't roll any ones.
I noticed that.
Okay.
What the
okay,
fuck?
so Hart.
So-
Okay, wait. Hart gains 2 ruin,
Yep.
which brings her to 6.
But I had 1-6. Yay me!
Mm.
Right. But
It doesn't
okay,
matter.
so hold on. All right, so hold on a second. So Mullen is 3 6s. Cecile is 3 6s.
You win?
You won.
No,
Fives.
then we moved down to 5s.
Okay, then we
Five,
moved
yeah.
down to
Down to
fives. Yes.
fives.
Okay.
Yep.
So Mullen has 2 5s.
And
And
You're on the
Cecile has
Cecile
one.
is
same
1.
Jade has 2
side,
fives.
yeah. Yeah.
So then
Oh,
we
wow.
moved
No,
down to
Cecile
fours.
only has 1 5.
Only 1
Yes,
No, I
5.
have the 1 5.
But
Yeah.
but Jade has 2 5s. So
Oh.
if we're
Oh, yeah.
so then
No,
we
but
But
moved
Jade
down
only
to
has
fours.
2 6s.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so,
Wait, so that's how that
Mullen,
works?
Mullen
Yeah.
wins. Yeah.
Mullen wins. Oh man.
That's so unfair, and I love it.
That is
I'm
like
so
deeply
happy.
unfair.
I'm
That's so
so
good.
happy.
The worst.
What did we
This
say?
is
What did I say in the beginning of
perfect.
this, Amanda? What did I say in the beginning of this with a contest roll?
This
All
is
right.
so perfect.
Okay.
Oh.
So
I'm
all
so
right. So
happy.
basically what this looks like is that Dr. Mullen wins. So whoever
Uh,
you stabby, then that's that's
Dr.
who you go.
Mullen, could you please narrate what you do to Hart? And then I'll narrate Hart's last moments of
No.
reaction.
This is
To
yes, okay. God, I even rolled a bunch of darks because I was like, I'm gonna get my ruin up and just kill them. No,
Mhm.
okay.
Of course not.
Of course not. That's not how that works.
The dice never, ever do what you want.
No.
Although I secretly wanted this. This is hilarious to
I
me.
know. I love this.
I love
This is
So
this.
bad. This is a
This
terrible.
is the
Oh
worst.
man, we might not need that extra session.
Yeah.
So
Go ahead.
I think what happens is the combat knife, actually, it's a survival knife. It's not even a combat knife.
Mhm.
The same one that has been used to make these 2 blood sacrifices is ready to make a 3rd. He whips it out, and Hart, you turn probably to look at maybe Jada's gun or at Cecile lunging something, because why on earth would this. You're a combat marine. This wouldn't make any sense to be able to be, taken down by a fucking failed academic. But I think that he grabs you by the collar and yanks you down onto the altar and puts the knife at your throat.
I think after a moment of surprise, I go to grab the arm that's holding the knife so that I can kind of twist the arm. And I'm also going to go for to pull the knife off. And I think I say, I knew I couldn't trust you.
And I knew you wouldn't survive this.
And I think the knife just plunges right into Hart's neck. And there's gurgling. And then nothing.
Although Heart's blood on the altar.
God, holy fuck.
Bet you feel bad wasting that med pack on me now.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. It drenches the blood drenches the altar, but then it's quickly absorbed into its stone and bone and metal. And you see, if you look over the edge of the obelisk, you're going to see more of the micro black holes start to gather, as if they're drawn now to what has fueled this. But I think also beyond them, you see one of the craters start to swirl within. And it's a miasma of some kind of darkness, a different color, a different twist, maybe a little bit iridescent, and it calls. You, Dr. Mullen, and you, Cecile, recognize the image that appears in your mind at the same time peering into the miasma. It is the engine. And it's calling. It's thrumming. It's humming. And it waits.
So I think I have my survival life out.
Mhm.
And like if Jada was going to, I was like, don't. Like this is gonna happen. Don't try. And then after the engine reveals itself, I'll put my hand out to Dr. Mullen
And I take your hand.
and I'll just say to Jada, good luck, and slip to the engine.
Oh my
I will trigger the satchel. I'll like bolt down this thing and trigger the satchel.
I think you'll do that engineer's half slide, half
Mhm.
drop, like down a ladder and stuff like that
Mhm.
that you can do. And yeah, you get down like really quick, but I mean like you don't even see them because Cecile has activated slip
Mhm.
to get to the engine.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think you see as you're sliding past, it looks like the micro black holes have actually started to move and they're moving upward and they're gathering up atop the obelisk.
Well, this obelisk will be goo soon, so I will be gone so it can gather around a puddle of nanite sludge as I book it for not here.
Okay. 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 So yeah, I mean, like, the set goal was met. People have communed
Yes, we
and
have.
they know how to get in, like, to get into the engine. You do see, even when you're back on the surface and activating the nanites, Jada, you will see that there is the crater
Mhm.
that has again some kind of miasmic liquid in it swirling. You don't necessarily know what it means, but you know it leads somewhere off of the hull and back into the ship.
And I will go back in and leave these nanites to clear off everything that's out here on the hull. So I'm not going to wait for it to happen. And I will just take my chances in this pool.
And what of Hart? We always ask for it long after contest roll.
I think being killed in the void, there is nothing. Like absolute perfect nothingness. And eventually, I don't even know if her body decays. There's nothing to eat it away at it. There's
Yeah.
nothing.
The
Satchel is
micro
Those are
black
nanites.
holes. The nanites, yeah, I mean, bring it down to goo. But I think even before the nanites get there, I think
Mm.
like the micro black holes have gathered up there, and they coalesce as Cecile and Dr. Mullen have already slipped, and Jada has jumped into the miasma to get to the engine. And I think that the micro black holes, like, take the reality and shift it around your body, and we see maybe perhaps it starts to be torn apart, but not in the way that could be called tearing. It's more like it's dissecting your body in different places, in shards, into pieces, into bits and pixels and other kinds of,
It's like it's
units.
breaking it down to its very,
Exactly.
very basic atoms.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I
But at
think
different
that
rates. Hmm.
it sucks all of those atoms into the black holes.
Yep.
And then there's nothing left.
Nothing left. Yeah. And then, of course, the fading to black, into more black, into more black. To end next time.
I do
Here's
have to
on
know.
screen.
I won't be here.
Right. But I think
So-
we can explain that away
I
as
have
like
an idea.
So do
I
I.
have an
but
idea
let's
too.
still- okay, yes. Should we
Yeah.
say
Yes.
it here or not?
Yeah, let's say it here. Why not?
yeah, go ahead.
Mark, please.
In the process of slipping, since we're already merged,
Yes.
only one
Yes.
being comes out.
Yes.
Oh, combined.
Yep.
Combined.
You get all my shit. There you go.
Oh my God,
All the
amazing.
conditions, all the everything.
I think as you're making the slip, because of the weird combination, because of the weird merging that you already had of consciousness, I think
Mhm.
you come out, Cecile, in whatever place when I mention it, I think you come out wearing like half of Dr. Mullen's
Mhm.
outfit, like kind of melded with yours, and
Mhm.
you have the aspect of the draining darkness on
Yeah.
your face behind your goggles. And like, you know, if you do remove your gloves or whatever, you will see the darkening fingertips and then the veiny darkness within, as well as the
Yeah.
writhing and the choir and all that.
Yeah, all the good stuff.
All the good stuff. It's all good. It's all fine. It's all fine. It's all great. And Jada, I think when you also tumble out of this or tumble into the miasma, you'll get the sensation of being buffeted by weird winds, but you can't see anything because, again, it's like your vision is not letting you see any visuals. It's just sensation. Maybe there's smell, maybe not, maybe, but there's a lot of sensation of force bringing you up and around and down, and you're tumbling, and then you tumble out into the new space, wherever that may be. And that is the end of our session. God, holy shit.
Stars
Oh,
for all of you.
Yeah.
This was so good. This was so good. There were so many choices and decisions that were batshit in the best way, and I just really love that about. I mean, you can do that in Trophy, and I think this is a
Yes.
really good example of really leaning into being able to make those really risky decisions. B for for being cool about like you should just kill Hart or
Oh
try
my
to like leaning into that. Great. I love the 4-way contest roll. I love a contest roll. I
Me
have
too.
bad luck with contest rolls, and clearly
Evidently.
that's continuing. I've never won a contest roll where I didn't also get 6 ruin at the same time.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
Right.
Same.
so this time I've
But again, the background, the combat marine.
it's
So good.
so good, and it feels so appropriate, you know, because what's Hart contributing right now? Hart is like if you think about it
Blood.
from like a like blood, from a movie perspective, this was a horror story. What would happen? And it really really worked. And I just really happy how everything turned out. And I really appreciate the dice roller for giving us those options. Jada is super fun. I like this
Yeah.
character. I'm really excited to see more of the drama about what happens with Jada reacting to the news of Jaxu's death. Also, I had Jaxu's gun and his journal, and they're sucked into the void.
Yep.
So, oops. Uh, I'm excited to see what's going to happen with this Cecile, Dr. Mullen, Tuvix situation.
Yes.
It's going to be really, really, really cool. I'm very excited. What a cool way to go out, B. What a cool way to combine the characters and make the thing work, Marc. I can't
Yes.
wait for this. Mads, the creepy voices were over the top. They were over the top. The commune. I'm like, no, I don't like it. Oh, and Marc, when you and B said the same thing at the same time, I was like,
Yes!
Speak in one voice. Yeah.
excited. Oh my
You know,
gosh, so
just
good.
was
such
so
a
fun.
wonderful horror trope that I love, and I'm so
Oh,
happy
yeah.
it happened.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm so excited for what happens next. I feel like this. I kind of feel like I don't want to make another character because I kind of want to see how Jada versus Cecile goes down. I'm
Mhm.
gonna think about it. I'm gonna think about how I'm gonna do this.
Yeah. Please do.
But
Because
I
I mean, like,
like.
I feel like, if you want, you could
I'm still gonna be here,
Oh yeah,
given
please. I would want you to.
devil's
I mean,
bargains and stuff. But
oh, absolutely. No, I'm like definitely help with that. But also, I mean, like, it wouldn't be completely outre, especially for the ship has
Mm.
been twisted and warped. I mean, it makes sense if there are like hearkening back to some
oh
other
yeah.
survivor pods or whatever,
Yeah,
you
there's a
know.
lot of stuff that we could work with for a new character. I'm gonna think about what I want to do for
Could
them
be a
Yeah.
little
because
kid that gets. Oh man,
yeah,
yeah.
I just want to see like I want to see how this new Cecile Dr. Mullen combination person versus Jada, who's just shown up and has clearly survived
Mm.
all this time on her own, even though we barely survived. Hart didn't even survive, and like I just yeah, I'm really excited. So my wish is just to see what's gonna happen.
Oh, and I just want to point out it's like, do you feel yourself remade, Hart?
Oh, yes.
That was completely by accident. That was just like, oh man, that just works. Holy shit.
Yeah, Jonn mentioned in chat unmade. Unmade is another version of remade.
Mhm,
hmm
mhm.
Yeah, pretty much.
So good. Yay.
That was- But anybody else can go first because it's like I'm still processing. It's just so
Oh my
good.
god. Oh my god. I didn't know, Mark, were you gonna go? I didn't want to.
Oh, go for it. Go for it.
Somebody, if we're out. This is okay. I do have to say that us talking at the same time was not planned. That is
No, not
a
at all.
No,
that
that's
Yeah,
so
and
no, but it
good.
was
and
great.
and I think that is a testament to Mark's improv skills because that's a game in improv,
Yeah,
and I can tell you're really good at it.
yeah.
And like that was peak, and I have to props for that. Props for all of this. Props for following up the thick, just like hi, like that was a bananas choice. That's so fun. I didn't expect you to do that, to cut your own hand and do like I was like cut off my hand. That was a great. This is once again the how big is the mouth question.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
the how big is the satellite? I was like, what are they gonna do now? What is this? And like absolutely astounding. I really love I love playing off of you as a fellow spooky person. It was very fun, and you absolutely read my mind about being like you can have all of his shit, and like you took it to the next level of completely, and that's super fun. I cannot wait to see what you do. I'm gonna have to watch it,
Yeah.
and it's
Yes.
because God knows what the hell that's gonna be. Oh my gosh. I love Jada, Jonn. I love her. The I'm an engineer, the ropes course thing was so real. Like Amanda also said it, like that is such a real ass like engineer thing to say. Like I love your characters. They're so full and like fleshed out and human like instantly.
Mhm.
And I love the conflict about you not believing that's Jaxu because clearly why would like that doesn't make any sense, and that's also really deeply traumatic. So and don't have time to process that, so we're gonna do other shit. Like I'm so excited to see how that plays out and that works with how this all resolves. I'm really excited to see how Jada and Cecile work with or against each other, considering you saw what you saw. I'm not sure your goals align, but I'm very excited to see how this plays out. I love Jaxu. I also wish we would have gotten a little more time with Jada other than 2 sessions because I love Jada a lot too. So like I just love your characters. So like I would always want more time with them. Amanda, I oh my god. For the viewers out there, Amanda was the one who messaged me and said, "Hey, do you want to kill Hart?" And and I
I
was
just
like,
wanted to make sure, this is on the table. You got to know that.
yes. And
Yeah.
not only do I appreciate you being like, this is explicitly on the table, let's discuss it. And even better, let's let the dice decide. Then everybody got in on the contest roll and it was even spicier. Oh my gosh. I love Amanda, I love playing off someone I can argue with in character. It is so fun. It is so fun to play people who don't like each other with someone you genuinely just absolutely adore. And so it so fun. These like the fact that we got to do like dramatic last words just I love it. I love it. I'm such a sucker for that shit. It was so cool. And your epilogue was really just ugh. Ah! Oh my god. I will be interested to see if you make a new character or not. I think I'm very interested to see your choices. Mads, this was batshit. Tiny black holes following us, a horrible creature crawling. The way you describe things is so cool. It is so cinematic. I instantly can picture it, even if it is completely implausible. And it is just, your pacing is perfect. Your prompts are perfect. You know exactly like when to like trigger a move, when to like up the stakes, when to play into our bullshit, and when to be like, and here's the other thing you can do. Are you sure? And I really, really love it. Also, your voices always delight me. They are always so spooky, so spooky. And just, yes, I think, and since this is going to be my last session, I want to say you are doing such a fabulous job of running this. This has been an absolute joy. This dynamic, this group is so fun, and you are all such fabulous storytellers. And I am just honored and delighted to get to tell a really fucked up, weird story with you.
Don't forget, we're going to be doing Passionis in a month.
Oh yeah. Oh, we're gonna be doing
Right.
a totally different vibe, y'all. Just
Yeah.
you wait. It's
Maybe.
not this. Well, okay. I can't. That's fair. I can't
Who knows?
guarantee. I can't guarantee.
Right. Exactly. But yeah, thank you. Like, a lot of the setting up descriptions is from Josh Hiddie's writing, and as I said in the morning group, I mean, like, he is to be credited for a lot of how this incursion shapes up, to structure as gold, but is so dark. It is deliciously dark, and I love it for that, which makes it much easier for me to run, because I didn't think my thing was space horror, but I guess it is, because it just feels like so comfortable a place to be, like in such a scenario, to
Also,
twist
you
things
love
around.
Event Horizon.
I
So
do,
it
I
totally makes
do.
sense.
The Red Event Horizon, Prometheus. I was pulling
Yeah.
on like a lot of alien shit today, So yeah, a lot of things that were just like so in keeping with the incursion. I mean, you guys made it so easy. Holy crap. And the decisions made. Holy crap. I mean, just so good. I mean, again, like, Hart getting murdered. You lose the contest roll yet again, Amanda. Amazing. And then yeah, the Cecile and Dr. Mullen merging of the minds and consciousness, and just like, really digging deep into the, hey, we're part of the darkness now, and it is good. And then Jada being so practical and being like, nope, I'm gonna turn this into gray goo. I don't care. This looks wackadoodle. I'm not dealing with this shit. So I mean, like, that was like, all the vibes were there. And even with a lot of laughing, which I think we established the first time I ran something space horror-y. Amanda, you said it's like, yeah, it's kind of like natural to start laughing when like things are scary as hell.
Mhm.
And yeah, there was a lot of laughing today.
I
And it was so
apologize.
good.
Yeah. That's
No.
the same like level of tension. It's like,
I think that means it's working. Like it's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
the like the coping survival mechanism of like oh shit. Like so I think that's a testament to how scary this is.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I such great, like every time it's better. It's like just so good. Like, how could it be better than this? It can't.
Yes.
It is.
It is.
Yeah, everyone. I met Jada. You're so essential to what's going on here. It's amazing. Like, there's so much bad shit happening, and you just show up like, I've been surviving, and I'm just like, we should do this thing right now. It's like, forget all that nonsense. Um, yeah, and just get like like let's shoot those goo things. Like, yes, let us shoot those goo things. That is absolutely 100% what we need to do. The practicality here is like such a great anchor for all the other nutso stuff. And like Hart, I don't feel like you were fully drawn into what's going on, but like your brand of practicality is also just like it's like managing a bunch of like insane toddlers right now. Like that's what got you. Like,
Nice.
gotta make this happen one way or the other. And yeah, like just playing into that, and it's just so great. So many good choices. Dr. Mullen, I like such a like not like this was not intentional, but it's so nice how like naturally our like our drives kind of like, oh yeah, like I guess we are kind of doing the same thing. And we got, oh yeah, we got the thing. We're like, we have to achieve the goals together, and now we will either achieve them or not. So yeah, like the like taking the hand, like running up and just doing the thing immediately, doing this like diving in 100%. So great to play off of. And yeah, all around just good vibes and mads. So good. So good managing all of our bullshit. It's amazing. And just like keeping the train going
I
with
appreciate you all. The bullshit
the
is
horror train
real
going.
and
It's
beautiful.
great. Yeah, just having such a good time. Yeah, I can't wait to see how it winds up next time.
Yeah, I guess
Finale.
I don't know if I'm the only one left for that, but I guess I'll go now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know how Jada was going to get introduced in all this, but somehow it was right for it to start with an argument of Dr. Mullen. It was the right thing to do to be arguing about something almost like something. It was like, yeah, he's like, she so doesn't believe anything you say to the point that she just does not accept that her brother's dead because that would mean I have to believe one single word that comes out of Dr. Mullen's mouth. It is like, and Dr. Mullen just is like, your brother's dead. Like, it is talking about it. Like, what? So I love Doctor. Bro, it's just like Hart's like jumping in, trying to brace it. It's like after the fact tries to like soften the flow of this is how you should have done it. Doctor, it is like nope. I just don't believe any of this because the other alternative is to like just curl up and cry. So I just don't believe it.
Yes, and I do have to say you are so fun to argue with in character. Absolutely, so snappy, so quick, such quick comebacks. It's like absolute fucking delightful, and I'm so glad you came in swinging. Like that was the funniest character introduction possible. The best possible conversation.
Yeah.
Thank you for that for
No,
everyone.
yeah, so I'm just really glad I was able. I was like, we're just gonna be bickering now. That's what Jada has brought. It's gonna bicker and move. Um, Cecil, I can't say it. Cecile, sorry. I just love all of the things you've done with Cecile, Marc. I mean, just everything, like the sudden reveal, like, oh yeah, I'm part of Black Ops, so I'm supposed to be here. Like, what? I'm like, how did like you were with these people all this time, and it's like, and now dropping the bomb. Oh yeah, this is like the Shadow Black. Of course, we would have this group in this new colony that's supposed to be forming. You can't just let them grow naturally. It's like, no, you need to be able to have your hands direct that once you get there. Like, so that's just to drop that reveal is just like, that makes sense. And I hate it. And so yeah, the whole and going up there, just like, yeah, things are going wrong. I know how I can help by becoming part of it. Oh, love that.
I'm going
Uh,
to help by becoming part of the problem.
Yeah.
Yes.
so I just love it. And it's just like I do love how practical Hart is how like they're she was trying her best to keep this group a group and like functional. It's just like I am going to make sure these people survive despite their best efforts. And in the end, she just gets stabbed for all of it. This is like, oh, like my bets are to keep these people from killing themselves. And then Dr. Mullen cuts her throat, slits her throat, and it's just like, oh, it's so I hate it and I love it.
Yeah. But that is
So,
trophy.
yeah. And then it's like Jada's just sitting here in this group, like maybe I made a mistake. I trailed.
Just got here.
I should fall in with this group, and it's just like, maybe I made a mistake.
Yeah. Pretty much.
What is wrong with you people?
Yeah. And so, man, your descriptions is like, it's just like they're great. It's just like, it's like it clearly feels like we're in some like weird, bizarre liminal space where nothing makes sense, and you're able to convey that like this an amazing way, where just like you're seeing stuff and it's like this shouldn't be, and yet here it is. And it's like I have this picture of this thing that should not be clearly in my mind from all the descriptions. And so it's just like just trying to imagine like we're up on this obelisk and like this swirl of this points of, it's almost like the opposite of points of light, points of darkness. This like some almost like fireflies, the way they would like gather around light sources and stuff, and it's just like having this image of it. And it's like, I think because I just got finished watching the Godzilla movie, like it was easy for me to picture those annoying stairs that were almost vertical. That's like, make a decision. Are you a ladder or are you stairs? This is unacceptable. But that's I like. So I had that clear picture of what it was, and this is like, I hate it. I hate those things. And I'm trying to imagine if I had to go up those, I'd be like, I need a break about halfway up. I was like, let's go take 5. So I was imagining like this person who is an engineer who probably spends their day in like AutoCAD trying to go up the worst set of stairs fast. And then with this Marine saying, go faster. And I'm like, I'm not a Marine. I work at a desk. I'm going as fast as I can go. I just love the interaction there, and like all the this banter between the characters, the bickering and everything. It was always great. So yeah, that's me.
Excellent. Okay. So amazing session. I mean, like we just had a profusion of stars, bursting stars, and it was wonderful. So I'm very glad to have seen Dr. Mullen go out. I mean, maybe not with a complete bang because of the dice rolls, but yet also like, coming out on the other side with such a different circumstance. So, I mean, when you enact your combined character, Marc, for next time, I mean, like, feel free and channel both yourself and Dr. Mullen. Oh my God, that's going to be amazing. So I'm excited for that. And it's like, we'll get to see more of Jada and then see who will survive. So yeah, amazing. Can't wait. So next week is our finale. Enjoy your week. Happy gaming for any things that you have set up for this week. And I will see you next time. Bye.
I
Don't forget to
Bye.
commune.